Hi, I'm Layla Sadeghi, and I'm a yoga and well-being instructor and a meditation teacher, and I spend a lot of time with my students and clients who are creative, who have really big jobs, who are really creating amazing things in the world. I spend a lot of time helping them to find strategies for keeping their energy fresh, staying focused, staying super clear throughout their very busy days and very busy lives. So I'm going to teach you some practices that can help you do the same. And now the number one practice is to pause and take a break. And now we'll do a whole bunch of little activities, and you could do these activities in your breaks throughout the day. And this is really going to keep you on task, on purpose, and on focus, and refresh your vitality. Of course, your brain is not just in your head, it's in your whole body. So everything that you do with your whole body and with your attention, everything that you eat and drink, all has an impact on that. So of course, the Pukka 7-Day Turmeric Brainwave Wellbeing Kit is a super beautiful way to take care of yourself. So let's start with a practice for your break. Take any object. I've got a yoga block because this is a yoga studio, but you could take a book, you could take an empty coffee cup, you could take any object that you have laying around and place it in front of you, and we'll do what I call the object dump meditation. So this is a little similar to a brain dump, but what you're gonna dump into the object is your feeling of dullness, is any anxiety you have, any repetitive thoughts that are distracting you, anything that's keeping you from being focused and on target. So now imagine as you look at your object that you are dumping all of that stuff, pouring it as though you would pour water from a pitcher into a glass, into this object. And as you do this, you can breathe maybe a little bit more fully than you've been breathing while you were working. And you just imagine you're just streaming it from your head, from your guts, from wherever you're feeling it, you stream it right into this object. The anxieties, any sense of a difficulty, any thoughts that are distracting you. And then once you've poured a good lot of that into the object, take another couple of breaths. Just a deep, full, but soft breath. So non-pushy breath, like a really sweet breath. And I invite you to notice that you are fundamentally separate from all of these thoughts, anxieties, these particular feelings that you've been having. There's some space, there's some actual physical space between you and that stuff. And of course, if you want to throw any more in as you sit here and notice the space, there's time for that. So you go ahead and do that. Notice the space between you and your troubles, your anxieties, your feeling of dullness, what have you. And now you are invited to keep all that stuff in this object for just as long as you want, maybe forever. Next practice, we're going to look at the whole body. And the first practice is a very simple practice. At home, when I do this, I call it jumping for joy. You can just call it jumping up and down, but if you feel like bringing more joy in, you can imagine that that's what you're doing. And we're going to do 3 rounds of 10 little jumps. So here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a breath. And feel just that little zoom of vitality that moves through your body when you've made a little of that. When you've brought more energy, it's called life force energy in the yoga tradition. We're bringing more of that into the body. Now, second practice, make some light fists. Curl your fingers back, get your thumbs tucked into your hands, and now you're gonna pat down your whole body. So this is a great practice. Wonderful practice for stimulating your immune system, but it also brings a nice blood flow to your whole body. So part of what happens is that we're really busy, our focus can really narrow, and sometimes that narrow focus is really great, but then there are other times where it sort of gets dull in there, you don't feel so vital, or you start to get achy in your body. So now this is a practice for reinvigorating your whole body. So you just do a few rounds, your whole body, your back, your shoulders, super nice. And then take another breath and feel what that has done to your body. So maybe a nice sparkle, a feeling of vitality. And now next one, this is swinging your arms around and tapping yourself on the shoulder. This is great if your shoulders are super tight. So you can just swing, lightly pat yourself on the shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's take a seat again. So you sit back down in as nice and tall a seat as you can make. And now we're gonna just do a little work on the breath. So I'm gonna teach you a breathing technique called Kapalabhati, and this means the skull cleansing breath. It's actually a brainwave breath. So we're just cleansing through our mental energy with the use of the breath. And the way you do it is to take short, sharp exhalations with your diaphragm. Your inhale will just naturally come. You don't need to worry about it. And so what you'll do is just like this. That's how it goes. So it's a short, sharp exhalation. You pull in your diaphragm when you make the exhale, and then the inhale just naturally comes. And we'll do just a round of 20 of these. So release your breath, and then inhale a big breath, and then exhale that big breath, and then inhale just a little bit to begin. Pump, pump, pump. You're pulling in the diaphragm. And now breathe deeply. Maybe close your eyes so you can feel the feeling inside your head, because you might find, oh yeah, it's like a little bit lighter, a little bit clearer in there. And now final practice for taking a break, and this is such a good one. This is one where we use our imagination to help lighten our mental load. So now we're going to use our brain in a different way using our imagination. And so I want you to imagine that there's a light in the center of your skull. Right in the center, so it's right in the center, like above your ears. If you drew a line, it would be from the back of your mouth right up into the center of your skull. Close your eyes, and as you inhale, imagine that that light inside the center of your skull is growing very bright. And as you exhale, let the brightness of the light remain. On every inhale, can be just on your natural breath. You don't need to make a big fuss with your breath. The light grows brighter, and as you exhale, you let the light remain. You can sort of inwardly look at it, imagine it. Inhale a bright light into the center of your skull, and imagine it shining there in the center of your skull, sending rays towards your brow line, just between your eyebrows. It rays out all over the inside of your skull, and especially point the light towards the space between your eyebrows. Every inhale, grow the light a bit brighter. And every exhale, let the light shine just a little bit brighter. Let it remain there in your head. Let it shine out to the brow. And then you can do this practice as long as you want, and at a certain point you may feel ready to be finished with that, and you just observe the state that you are in afterwards. And just 5 minutes of attending to the brain that is your whole body and your well-being, so much focus, so much clarity. So enjoy that and take many of these breaks throughout the day. And as we say in yoga, namaste, which means I bow to the creativity that you are.